Source. This is Ruben, and I wanted to introduce to you my 2000 Avis Blue BMW E39 M5. I am really excited to own this car. I just wanted to start off by saying a big thank you to the E39 Source guys, Ryan and Kenan and Alex and all of you. I have been watching your videos endlessly for the past 2 years as I've kind of been researching the car I wanted to get. I just acquired this car on April 20th. It's now about what, May 19th, May 18th I think, and it has just been an absolute joy to own, sort of everything I dreamed it would be. I'm the 5th owner of this car, which sounds like a lot, but I've actually been able to confirm via things like m5board.com that this car has been enthusiast owned its entire life. I purchased this car in San Francisco. I'm coming to you today outside Seattle, Washington, and I had about the best 800-mile drive of my whole life driving this thing home. It is in fantastic condition, especially given the age. The miles as it sits now, I picked it up with about 87,000. I'm already all the way up to 89. And this is a daily driver for me, so I will be commuting in this car about 3 to 4 days a week, and when I'm not commuting, I'll be driving the hell out of it anyway. So again, this is an Avis Blue. It's got the luxury heritage interior, the wood trim. I'll show you that in a moment. I'm gonna confess to you guys that I sort of settled on that. I actually really prefer the look and the tone of the Le Mans Blue, but it was ready for me to buy and I could not wait any longer. And of course, mechanicals are much more important, service history are much more important than everything else, and this car is a fantastic example. So you know, since I've gotten it, not a whole lot done necessarily. I did upgrade to the US spec OEM Hella headlights. I actually prefer the look of the US spec on the darker cars, although can't argue those Euro headlights are not fantastic as well, maybe someday. But I do like the way these turned out. I got a great price on them from the boards, and they're brand new. Thanks to the install video, you guys, for helping me with that. Not a lot else that I've done so far. After I got the car home, of course I made it that whole way, and then as I'm, you know, commuting one day, the check engine light comes on, and the previous owner had included a peak code reader and just told me that there was a cam position sensor that had gone out, and of course our lovely secondary air warning. So I swapped those cam sensors out, again thanks to videos on this channel. I was a real bear, but I'm glad I did it. I saved a ton of money, and no issues since. The previous owner had facelifted the tail lights, which was interesting that did those and not the front, but he said he preferred the look of the old ones. So these tail lights are pretty much brand new. The only thing that is not stock on this car essentially is the exhaust. It does have a Borla aftermarket exhaust, which I believe the 3rd owner had put on. The 3rd owner drove this car the majority of the miles. The owner I bought it from in San Francisco had it about 6 years, but only drove it 11,000 miles. And considering how little he drove it, he put a ton of money into this car. So new cats, new clutch, did the headlights. He did have the wheels refinished. They have since incurred a little bit of rash in a couple of them, but for the most part, especially compared to most M5 wheels I see, they're in really good shape. New all-season Bridgestone Potenza tires, which not necessarily my cup of tea, but they run great. I do plan on upgrading to Michelin Super Sports at some point. Go ahead and show you the inside of the car. Yeah, so the luxury trim leather in here is in really good condition. It's not perfect, but I'm really happy with it. I think the sun right now is really exposing some flaws, but it looks great. This is a complete leather car, which was not a must-have item for me, but I'll take it as a bonus. The navigation head unit has been upgraded to the Mark IV computer. Previous owner did that. Not a lot of common issues on this car. If there were, they were addressed. The mirror has been perfect. The previous owner did have the pixels fixed with a lifetime warranty. So those are in tip-top shape, which is excellent. It's just one of those little things that definitely drove me nuts. So you can see we're at 89,240. I love words, really appreciate, I think. Well, it's locked. Let's open it up. Back seat's in very good condition. I still need to recondition the leather back here, or at least give it a shot, but again, I think the sun's kind of exposing a lot of flaws here. It's in really good shape. I am going to be putting my kids in here. I already have a few times, and it's been really fun, so long as they take their shoes off. Go around and give you this side of the car here. Again, wheels are in really good shape. This is probably the worst one. See, there's a little bit of rust there. It's not terrible. Someday I'll have them refinished. Someday I may go with the square wheel setup, who knows. Only a major paint flaws. You can see there's a little bit of, looks like it might have hit a curb or something right there at some point. Not too bad. This mirror has a scratch in it. It's pretty deep. I don't really care. There is a clear bra on the front. Not sure how long it's been on there, but it seems like a long time. It's done a good job. I might replace it at some point. I have not done a full paint correction on this car yet. I just have not had the time, but that's definitely on the agenda in the next month or two. But I mean, given that it hasn't been corrected yet, I'm really happy with the condition of it. I think it's fantastic. Let's see, what else about this car? In terms of future plans, I've got a bunch of stuff already sitting in my garage. I just need to install it. So I've got the E60 short shifter along with the ZHP shift knob. I may mod that knob to keep the illumination because, again, I'm a nerd and I'd love to have that. I would love to facelift the steering wheel at some point. I thought that would really bother me, but this wheel is in great shape and actually hasn't really been an issue. I don't think it looks as good, but it doesn't really bother me much at all. Not as much as I thought it would. I did order, or I guess I purchased the piano black trim. I definitely, originally wanted the sport interior with the silver insets and the silver trim. The wood has actually grown on me. I don't mind it that much now that I've been in the car, but I've seen some pictures with Avis on black with the black piano trim, and it looks killer, and I'm really excited. I actually already have it. I'm just waiting to get a moment to install it, and I'm also waiting on a part from ECS Tuning specifically for the TPMS piece here, which did not come with the kit I bought, so I had to buy that piece separately. This has a Bimmer Nav Bluetooth audio solution. Whatever, it's not very good, but it does the job. At some point I'll probably be looking at getting a Dynavan unit. I don't think the audio in this car is bad at all. This car does not have M audio, just the standard DSP, but I don't know, people really rip on it. I think it's fabulous for what it is. However, my last car was a Miata, so that might explain why my standards in audio are so low. So I'll insert a clip of the exhaust at some point. I never really planned on upgrading or modding the exhaust. However, I had the chance to hear this one from a local owner before I bought it, and I think it sounds great. I'm not like a huge loud exhaust noise guy, but this still has the boiler mufflers on it, and it sounds great. It's not overbearing at all, but it does sound nice and meaty. So fire it up here and we'll give you a shot of the engine bay, which has not yet been really cleaned or detailed. The engine's already warm, but I have not had any Vanos issues or rattling at all that I've heard yet. I'm really happy about given this is a 2000 car. It's relatively clean overall. I could use a little detail, which I'll get to at some point. I put new cabin air filters in it. Haven't even had my first oil change yet. The previous owner had done that right before I bought it, so that'll be coming up at some point. So it runs like a top. I think I'm gonna have this car a long time. I'm really excited about it. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions on what you like, you know, let me know. I am so excited to own this car. The first time I saw one of these, I was just starting my career in technology in 2002, working here in the Seattle area. Always saw, you know, these wealthy Microsoft executives bombing around in these things, and thought one day it could be me. So here I am. I'm ecstatic. This has been a dream for a long time, and happy to share it with you guys. So again, drop me a comment. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks again to everybody on E39 Source. I hope to meet some of you guys real soon.